What I mean by that is, as a runner, as a...
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, it's McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Third down and 3. Taylor now to throw on third down. And got a man. It's Woods. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Here's Taylor. He's going to go up top again. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions. And, boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Brady now on first down. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete.
Partner, we know Julian Edelman's always a big part of the game plan for New England, and it was no different in the Super Bowl. They targeted him 13 times. He only had 5 catches for 87 yards, but did he make the catch of all time in the Super Bowl, that 27-yard juggling, incredible, defying catch?
You know what's impressive is they got that call right on the field. And when I saw it live on television, you were there in person, I thought, that's not a catch. But then they showed the replay. Unbelievable.
And when the official ran in and was emphatic that it was a catch, I thought he meant interception at first because there were so many red jerseys around Edelman. And as it turned out, they nailed it. Got it right on the field, got it right in replay. And Julian Edelman had a big impact in the Super Bowl with that catch.
Brady going to throw to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing is Brady on third down. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now Brady again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Taylor to throw on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On third down, Taylor. He's going to let it go again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
It's caught outright, Amendola. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Deep drop. Oh, he can't get away. Brady will go down. Kyle Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. To throw, it's Brady. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be...
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 59 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Brady to throw. And, oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Jerry Hughes coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Tate. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Watkins alone on the left side. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiple.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, here's Taylor. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And quickly, they get to the line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Marquise Goodwin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Again, here's Blunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Brady now on 1st down. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Brady gives now to Blunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Now Brady got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball. And then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Patriots a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Pats are set up now with a 1st and goal. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12. We got trips on 20. Check 31. Check. 20. Easy. Jim. 20.
1st and goal here from the 9. They'll run it here. This is James White. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He's back. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. They'll go again to McCoy. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Now it's Taylor. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. They find some open field here. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be a Buffalo 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing,